welcome back. Today we are going to wrap up the month of January and we're going to go over all the books that I read. It is like totally insane that January is over, like already. Like it feels like 2017 just started and yet January is already over. That means 1/12 of the year is already over. That means we are 1/12 of the way closer to the next year. It's just tripping me out. How are we 1/12? 1/12 of the year is gone. Do you realize a 12 isn't that much? So anyway, today we're gonna talk about all the books that I read in the month of January. I read 4.5 books and they're all super good and I'm really excited to talk about them. So let's just get into it. So the first book that I read in the month of January was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This is my first book of 2017. I have already read this book. So in 2017 I really got back into knitting because I hadn't done it in a while and I needed something to do while I was knitting. I would sometimes watch TV. Listening to music wasn't too much fun just because like it's very repetitive. So I decided I wanted to listen to an audiobook. Now I really don't like audiobooks. They annoy me. I find them to be just they don't accurately represent the characters as you see them. And so I was like, but then I found the Fangirl audiobook and I love it. I think it's really good. It's one of the only audiobooks I ever will listen to probably. It was just really good. So if you like audiobooks, or maybe if you even don't like audiobooks, I would say definitely try out the audiobook for Fangirl because I really liked it and I hate audiobooks. Okay, so this book is about this girl and she is in college and she's really awkward. She kind of spent her life growing up by like writing fan fiction and just being an overall fangirl of things. I don't even think I underlined it. Fangirl. She is very uncomfortable. She doesn't really fit into college. And her twin sister also goes to this college, but they're not really talking. They're not really friends anymore. And it's just a very uncomfortable experience, but it's also such a good experience. And oh, I love it so much. She writes this fan fiction in college and she ends up meeting these really great people. And overall, I really, really love this book. I'm happy that I reread it. The next book that I actually also audiobooked because I liked it was Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This book, I love. I love this book so much and they're making a movie for it. So like, yes. I found the audiobook for this online after finishing the Fangirl audiobook and I was like, I need more audiobook while I knit. It's just, I have to. And I found the Everything Everything audiobook and at first I was like, this is really, I'm not sure if I like this. But it grew on me and I liked it. I didn't immediately hate it and that was a sign that I'd probably like it in the end. I really like this book. I did like the audiobook. So this book is about a girl named Madeline and she is allergic to everything. She has not left her house in 17 years because she will have an allergic reaction and die if she goes outside. So she has spent her whole entire life inside and these neighbors move next door and she's never really cared about the neighbors. She sometimes likes to watch them, but she's never like taken a huge interest in them because it's not like she can actually hang out with them. But then she notices that there's this boy and he loves to do parkour. He likes to climb up the walls of his house and jump around and she thinks it's really interesting and she ends up talking to him over email and they become friends and it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. It's really fast to read. It's a lot of charts and stuff, so it doesn't take that long to read. The audiobook was also really good, so if you want to read that, you should try that out. The next book I read was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I already have a book talk on this, so if you want to go watch that, I will link it down below. This book is so freaking good. I loved it so much. I'm so upset that I did not read these books earlier. I really should have. I've had them sitting on my shelf for a year. This book basically is about a girl and she is an assassin and she has to compete in this competition to become the champion for the king, which basically means she works for the king as his assassin. And if you want a better summary, click the link below and you'll get a better summary in my Throne of Glass video. But yes, this book was really good. The next book I read was Awkward by Svetlana Chmakova. Sorry I pronounced that wrong. I know I did. This book is a comic. It is actually for kids. I know, but I am a sucker for comics. I really do like them. I actually like to browse the kids section and see what comics they have because most of the time these comics are really well made and even though they have like dumb kid moral sort of things. They're cute, the art is very nice, and I like them in general. So when I read this book, I was expecting it to be very kiddie just because, I mean, if you look at that cover, it's pretty childish. But this book had me laughing so much. It is so funny. It is like a TV show. It's like a comedy. It's so great. It has just like perfect timing for its humor, has a really cute sense of style. The message is great. Overall, it is just, it's amazing. I really, really think you should read this comic. I know it's for kids, but don't let that scare you away. It's really good. I got it at Target if you want to get it. It's about this girl and she's really awkward, hence the title. And she is in art club and there is the science club. And the art club and the science club, they hate each other. They are constantly messing with each other and they just don't get along. And they're competing for this table at like a fair at the end of the year where it like shows what they've done. And they're competing because there's only one table left and they both want the table to showcase themselves. They don't get along and she ends up becoming friends with one of the boys that is in the science club. And it's really cute and you really should read it. And I really liked it. So yes, read this book. It takes like 2 seconds. Why not? And the last thing that I read, I only read about half of it, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. I'm really upset that I did not get to finish this book in the month of January. There is a reason why. I really wanted to read it. I am 235 pages in. I could have binged it all today if I really wanted to and finished it in January, but I couldn't. Hopefully I finish this soon, but so far it's really, really good. Please don't spoil me on what happens. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, so the other one I read was the first one, and they're really good. You should really read them. I really like them. So those are all the books that I read in the month of January. 4.5, I feel like that's pretty good. That's pretty good for me considering I've been doing a lot of things, so it's been kind of chaosy. Also, I just realized, I never pointed it out, but I dyed my hair. I dyed it brown. I know like that's kind of obvious because like you have eyes, but like I dyed it brown. I've never had my hair brown before. It's always been like blonde or pink. It's really weird having my hair this dark. Anyway, not the point of the video. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below telling me which books you read in the month of January or which books you want to read in February. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!